Hello there. This is the part 4 of the OpenR and IBM Netezza Emulator installation, and over here I wanted to show you the Fixpack Central page and show you how it looks like when you are going to install the Analytics 3.2 version. So if you follow my videos on the part 3, you will see that I was logging into the Fixpack Central to download the Netezza Analytics 3.2, and this is how the funnel download page is going to look like. Okay, so what we will do is we will get the NZ Analytics version 3. Um, 2.1 zip. So let's download this. So we'll start downloading this, and when this completes we will also download the documentation, which is the NZ Analytics HTML documentation, and also the NZ Analytics doc in the zip format. And you can also get the IBM Netezza Analytics Administrator's Guide. That's going to tell you, how to install the analytics and so on. So I strongly suggest that you download that as well. And once we download all of these, what we will do is, I'll create a folder called Netezza Analytics in my documents, and I'll put all those files over there. So once the downloads are done, I will meet you again. Okay, so the download of the NZ Analytics has completed, and if you see here, what I basically did is from my downloads I just took these 4 particular files that I downloaded. So one is the IBM Netezza Administrator Guide, which is a PDF format, and this will tell you all the steps that you need to install the NZ Analytics. And then there is an NZ Analytics document in HTML. There is an NZ Analytics dot version 3.2.1, and then the NZ Analytics. Okay, so download these 4 files, and what I did is in my documents I created a folder called Netezza underscore analytics underscore 3.2 and put all these 4 files over here. Okay, so the next step is I will go to the emulator over here. Okay, and what I do is I first go to cd nz. Okay, and once I go there, I go to where, and then I'm going to create a directory called inza, and make sure you do it as nz. Okay, so who am I? I'm nz. So I create a directory called inza. Now please closely follow the steps that are in the documentation, because it's a bit picky. You have to do it exactly the way it says, and that's why I'm trying to be slow and go through the documentation as I'm recording this video, because the steps keeps changing, and the files keeps changing. So it's I got everything uninstalled in my laptop so I could show you from scratch how to do this. So bear with me. I want to make sure that I do all the steps exactly the way it says. Okay, so we have created this directory, and then what it tells us is that we need to copy the 3 zip files that we created into that directory. Okay, so what I will do is I'll exit out of this. Again, just say Control Alt so you get your prompt back, and I will open the WinSCP. So I'm going to enter the host name of the Netezza emulator. 192.168.121.128. okay, I will give the user ID as NZ, password is also NZ, and I log in. Say yes, and I am going to go to NZ, NZ, go to where, INZA, okay, and in my documents over here I had this NZ analytics, and I am going to FTP these three files over here, the NZ analytics doc HTML, the NZ analytics doc, and the NZ analytics zip. Okay, don't unzip anything prior to FTPing them into the emulator. Okay, so let's go here to the emulator. Let's go to the directory INZA, and here we have the three files. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to unzip the NZ analytics version 3.2.1 zip. Okay, so make sure you use unzip. Gunzip is not going to work. So all that is, all the tricks are mentioned in the documentation, the PDF documentation. So make sure to read that. So what you see is once you unzip it, it extracts and it creates basically two scripts. One is the nz package installer.sh and the other is the verify nps version. Okay, so now what you're going to do is we are going to run the installer. So we are going to say INZA and we are going to install it, and let's hope that things go fine because it's been a while that I set this up. Do you want to install the Netezza Analytics packages? Of course, yes. Do you want to install the documentation packages? Yes, why not? Okay. Confirm that the following packages should be installed. The Netezza Analytic package, yes. Netezza Analytics documentation, yes. Do you want to install the above selections? Press Y to continue. So installing Netezza Analytics packages, available compressed installation file or files. So let's pick 0, okay, which is what we want. So let's say 0, and now it is going to install it. So let the installation happen. You see it says installing NZCM. So it says NZCM successfully installed. Now NZCM is basically a cartridge manager, and what the process that happens is once the cartridge manager gets installed, it installs the analytics. So if you go through these messages, you'll see that the NZCM installations were successfully completed, and now it's going to install the analytics. And as I told you, okay, oh well, it's asking me something. Please enter the full name or path of the zip documentation file. So which is going to be nz where nza. Okay, there was a step where it say, it was asking me to enter the full path or the name of the documentation file. So there you just need to mention the name of the documentation file, which is nz-analytics doc-v3.2.1.zip. okay, so once you do that, all of these come, and then you get this message. It says, do you want to run the Netezza Analytics cartridge installer now? So you say yes. Do you want to do an express installation or a custom installation? So let's do an express. Confirm that the following components should be installed: MapReduce, which is yes; the matrix, yes; IBM Netezza in database analytics, yes; spatial, yes. Do you want to install the selected components? Enter Y to continue. So we will say Y. And it seems everything is done. So let's give it some time. Okay, so it still has to do some more, so let's give it time for it to successfully do everything that it needs to do. So pre-inza installed successfully, and then there are other things also that's going on over here. So let it run. And I will pause the recording for now. I think this is going to take a while, and then I'll be back when the installation is successful. Okay, so we are coming towards the end of the installation now. So you see the last screen over here which says, would you like to re-enable all databases that are enabled for IBM Analytics? So let's say yes. Let's say yes. Okay, so now it says the IBM Netezza Analytics package installation is complete. So if you do nzcm installed, So let's go to NZSQL and list the databases. You see that there are some new databases that got created like INZA, NZA, NZM. Okay, so all of these databases gets created when you install the analytics, and these databases contain stored procedures and functions which are purpose built for different kind of data science algorithms. Okay, so once you do that, what you do is you just exit out of Netezza, the command OS command prompt, and re-log in again, right? So something like this, and you say nz. So what happens is the profiles gets refreshed, and now if you do a nzcm installed, you can see all the packages that are installed. Okay, so now what we will do is we will go to NZSQL and we will create a database called database DBA test. Okay, create database DBA test. This is where you can, when you are playing around with R analytics, you can create whatever database you want on this emulator, and then you can use that for creating all your tables for analytics. So I'm creating a database called DBA test. So this means the create database, it means it's successful, and I go out. Now what you need to do is whenever you create a new database, you need to enable the analytics on that. It doesn't by default get enabled. Okay, so what we will do is we'll go to NZ export AE, we will go to utilities, and let's go to the bin directory, and there will be a script called, let's see, we are looking for a script called update in INZA DBS. Okay, so okay, so this is a script that we are looking for. So we will run this update INZA DBS .sh, and we will give the name of our database DBA test that we just created, because we want to enable analytics on the DBA test database. No, something is wrong. I think I am not using the correct script. Let's read the documentation. Okay, sorry guys, it was a different script actually. So in this same directory over here, in this same directory there will be a script called create underscore inza underscore db.sh. So it'll be, so you just need to run this. Okay, I just did that, and that will enable the analytics on the DBA test database. So you say create underscore inza underscore db dot sh, and as you can see in the screen above, the messages I've already done that, so I won't do it again, but just to show you, DBA test, this if you run, it will enable the analytics on the DBA test database. Okay, so well, this concludes the installation of the NZ analytics. So far we have understood our reference architecture of our setup. Then we went ahead and installed WinSCP. We installed the Netezza's administration tool. We installed VMware. We then went ahead and downloaded the emulator. We set up the emulator for Netezza, and then on the inside the emulator we also installed the NZ Analytics. So now that this is done, we basically have a Netezza emulator which is running analytics on that. So now what we need to do is we need to install OpenR on the emulator blades and SPUs, as well as get RStudio and base R in our desktop. So meet me at part 5 of the video series and we will start installing and downloading R. Thank you.